I think we all know what time of year it is right now. It's the time when Halloween stuff is already in the stores. About 2 to 3 weeks ago, my local Dollarama started carrying Halloween candies, Halloween masks and decorations and all this type of stuff. So I wondered, when were they going to get their Halloween films? So today, my local Dollarama had a few, but I just picked up two because, as you guys know, I'm preparing for a trip. And that being said, this is actually kind of cool. I'll be right back, and I'll show you why a couple movies that cost about $2.50 each actually can be some great buys. So if you got a local Dollarama nearby, or a kind of a companion type of store that might be having in some of these, look through them because there's gems in those films. So as you can see there, I just grabbed a couple films, but there are a couple that I really wanted to grab. There's one that I knew I wanted right away, and another one when I was doing some research. I almost passed up on it, but I'm glad I did, and I'll get into why. And we'll show these here, because one of them has multiple movies on it. Some good, some bad, one severely needed. So first off, I picked up the Sci-Fi Buzz, which is a good documentary, actually, on, it's an independent documentary. It's got like a lot of people in there. We got Peter Jackson, Ray Harryhausen, Ray Bradbury, Forey Ackerman, Roger Corman, John Landis, oh man, Rick Baker, Leonard Maltin, Stephen Summers, Steve Johnson, of course, the effects artist, Donald F. Glut, Bob Burns. There's a ton of people in this one there. So it's an 80-minute documentary, but there's like over an hour of like bonus features as well, kind of like interviews and stuff like that. And basically, what it's about is like early science fiction from like the start of like sci-fi fantasy up until like basically, I'm not sure if it's like 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s, whatever. But it focuses more on the early stuff, and it's really what it is a lot of people like my father and me by proxy grew up reading a magazine called Famous Monsters. Famous Monsters film name, and it was done by Forrest J. Ackerman. He's actually the guy that coined the phrase sci-fi, and I've been wanting to grab this documentary for a while. I've seen it like showing up on like Netflix and other things, but if you guys know me, you know that I'm like a big proponent of the physical media. And although I will watch things on on streaming, I do have some streaming stuff in my house. I prefer to own, if possible. And that's like when Jodorowsky's Dune came out. I could have seen it so many times, but I really, really wanted to own it and watch it then. So I finally was able to track this down for $2.50 at Dollarama. I couldn't believe that actually. Once I saw Sci-Fi Buys there, I knew right away that I was going to go back and get it. I was on my 50-minute break from work, and I had my lunch break coming up later. So I said, if this is meant to be, it'll still be there. And there's some incredible stuff in the back there, as you can see. Some classic filmmakers. So I'm really looking forward to checking this out. There's, interviews on here, some kids' monster movies that were done. And again, there's the inside Sci-Fi Buys. Really looking forward to this. I love documentaries. I love these style of documentaries. And adding this to my collection was awesome. It's done in kind of like a Famous Monsters type of cover there with, illustrated, and you can actually even see like the kind of magazine thing in there. Now, the other one I picked up, I didn't think I was going to pick up. I saw it, and it was a little shaky, rattly, but there had been, and I'll explain that afterwards, actually. I was worried it was going to be something that happened with the films, but it wasn't. So, it's actually a very inexpensive pack. Well, I'm not sure. Well, it came out from an expensive company. And that's actually Echo Bridge. I don't buy a lot of Echo Bridge stuff, actually. I got a few in my collection, and most of the time I mistake them for from Mill Creek when they originally got started. I actually did a video here a while back with my Mill Creek collection, and some Echo Bridge actually got put in to that collection video that I did because I didn't realize till afterwards that those looked so much alike that I thought they were the same thing, but they weren't. So I got this one here, and I'll explain why in a little bit. So it's called 25 Horror Movies Over 35 Hours. You kind of hope so with like 25 horror movies, but there's a ton on here. So first, let's look at that. So Dad's definitely not going to tell you why I grabbed this one up here. So I'm going to just go there and let you guys kind of see. Now, right down here in the last row, okay, this movie right here, that was the genesis for me picking this up. I was actually bored and I was going through some stuff on my computer at work, and I said I'll check some of these out. Maybe some of these would be fun to watch. And there was like some, obviously some cheesy stuff and some kind of bad movie stuff that it was perfect for my Halloween marathon. So I said, yeah, I'm probably going to go pick that up. And then this one in here, this one cinched the deal. And I'm not sure if you guys can see that well, but I'll bring them close. It's called Home for the Holidays. It's a movie done in the early 70s. It's a TV horror film with Jessica Walters and Sally Fields in it. And that doesn't like exactly make you want to leap up and get it. Actually, it's really good. Back in the day, when TV horror films were made, they were actually scary. We had stuff like Are You Afraid of the Dark? You know, with Kim Darby, which was remade in that time as well. Actually, the remake. We had movies like Norliss Tapes, was actually pretty damn cool. Of course, Kolchak the Night Stalker, which became Kolchak the Night, which became second movie Kolchak the Night Strangler, and brought us into like a lot of other things like the Night Stalker series, the original, not the remake series, which I still have some issues with. But there were some actual really cool movies, really and scary stuff. They had like a lot of bigger actors that would do stuff like that too. Like people say now, like you see all these big actors doing doing TV because this golden age of television. But back then we had a lot of really cool quality like films and stuff. Now people would like mix in like all like every era of like of TV has their good and their bad. For every show like Game of Thrones, there's probably like a dozen shows. Like and not that I don't like find it's like a horrible show or not. I don't know. I don't watch it. Like Two Broke Girls, for instance. So every era has its golden age of I think I'll leave this on. But this here, it's really cool, and I'm looking for this for a while. So there are a bunch of films. They are done in what some people call the dreaded spindle, which I don't mind. So what 25 are on here? Let's check them out because I haven't got to look at this. I just opened it up to make sure that that it was okay, and there'd been like okay, there's a part like a piece of plastic on the right here. See this tab right here had broken off, and I was worried that the DVDs were loose, but it was just a tab on the inside, so I checked that right away. So we have on here All God's Creatures. Who stars in this one? People. Okay, I'll check it out anyway. 84 minutes widescreen. Gray Skies. I'm guessing that's kind of a maybe Dark Skies knockoff type of thing. Butchered, I think I've seen that one. Breadcrumbs, I haven't seen, but stars Marianne Hagen. And if you don't remember who Marianne Hagen is, Marianne Hagen is the star of Friday 13th, of Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers. She was the actress that got belittled and pretty much harassed by director Joe Chappelle during the making of that film. And he made life for her and Donald Pleasance, who was making his last film, living hell. I just had to get that out because every time I think of that guy's name, I just get incensed. But anyway, Breadcrumbs, Marianne Hagen, and I'm definitely down with that. As soon as I noticed the name, I'm like, okay. I really do like that actress. Followed Home, again, another one that I would just want to see, don't know anything about. Final Remains, I think I've seen this under another name, actually. But Shadows, Windcraft, I know nothing about Windcraft. Mother's Day Massacre, that should be fun. Backwoods Bloodbath, Curse of the Black Hodag. Okay. Hide and Creep. It's a zombie film. I'll watch it anyway. Zombie Dearest. Zombie Dearest is Meat on Bones, The Last of the Living. A couple of the zombie ones there. Not my favorites, but Home for the Holidays, So You Feel, Walter Brennan. 74 Minutes, ABC. I'd see that's the type of stuff I'm looking for. The Rendering with Shannon Doherty. I'm pretty sure that was like that's a TV film as well. And TV films I find harder to find out in the world. So if you want to find like the TV horror suspense thrillers, it's these type of packs here that will actually have some of them on there. And they may seem like, okay, I can see these on TV or I can see these anywhere now, but they're not really. Not a lot of these actually end up, maybe you've got Lifetime Channel and they play constantly on there or something like that. But after a while, they switch the stuff up. A lot of stuff that I used to watch on TV, I no longer can anymore. So I gotta hope that they were done on as box sets or series, or the films actually find their way into one of these things. And luckily this one did. A Wall of Secrets is another one. It says nudity and profanity, but I thought for sure this was a TV film as well. Don't quote me on that, but Hearst Entertainment, I'm pretty sure, does a lot of TV films for Lifetime. Lurking Fear is, of course, the classic C. Courtney Joyner film that was, it's a full moon film, and that's pretty cool. Ashes has Brian Krause, of course, from Sleepwalkers and the series Charmed. Allure, Teen Fight Club. I know nothing about this one. I'm actually kind of interested in this one as well. We got My Sweet Killer, which is, again, I don't know. Invisible, 70 minutes long. That's actually a very sweet spot for me. These Hoboken Hollow, I know that one. Dennis Hopper, Michael Madsen, C. Thomas Howell, Robert Carradine. We got, of course, the classic Night of the Living Dead. That's on here as well. And the Mark Dacascos, I Am Omega, which is kind of a rip-off of the whole, Last Man on Earth thing. So there you go. And I'll just whip out the discs here to show you. I actually like the way that these are done here. So, I'm sure there's going to be some compression here. So it's like a 5 on a disc. So, for this one here. Cut off. And I'm guessing these two were originally maybe from the same set or something like that. At least 3 anyway. So, as you can see, because they have a similar style and look to them. So you got this kind of cool, horror-ish type look. Then we get to this one here, which is completely different than those. And we have the last one here. That one's all kind of like the zombie. This one has the zombie films on it. So I'm guessing some of these were on 1 packs or 2 packs or whatever. And let's see if we can find the one that has the movie that I was looking for. Here we go. Home for the Holidays. Right there with breadcrumbs as well. So I'm actually really looking forward to that disc. It's going to be definitely part of my Halloween horror thon that I do every year. And many people here on YouTube do. I always look forward to watching others, and I look very much forward to making mine as well. And there we go. Lurking Fear, Followed Home. Followed Home's got such a nice title. That I hope it's actually a fairly decent film, because that is something that has a kind of a creepiness to it right there on its own. Followed Home, man, that's a good title. I hope this is a good movie that used that title, because there's so much that can be done with that title, with a simple title like Followed Home. So there we go. It's not a lot, and obviously I didn't do the flea markets this week because I'm trying to save money as much as I can, but I couldn't pass up these two here. So the Sci-Fi Boys, which is actually a documentary I'm really looking forward to checking out, and the 25 movie pack, which more than likely, if you are in the United States or something, this is probably something you can find fairly easily. For me, however, this is a rarity, and finding the movie Home for the Holidays was a very special treat for me because I love the TV horror films that came out. I wish there was more of them. I know that Scream Factory put out a set with the 2-pack on it, which I do eventually have to get down the road. It was here once, and it was only like $7.50 or something like that, and I was gonna go get it. So I went to the bank to pick up cash like I usually do, because I don't carry cash on me, but I wanted to have some for it. But there's another reason I was going to get some tea, some Tim Hortons from upstairs as well. So I went back. I got like a $20 bill out. Came back, and I watched that somebody was carrying that one copy of that movie up to the counter. But hey, what can you do, right? This is going to happen sooner or later. It's adventures of hunting him down. So, speaking of the adventures of hunting them down, I'm hoping that to do some stuff when I get to when I get to London and actually do some videos there as well. And maybe I'll bump into like one or two, who knows, of the YouTubers that are in the London area. So I will be on the lookout for that. I want to thank you guys, by the way. I did a shout out video, not that well, it's my last video that I did not that long ago, and everybody that like responded very kindly, and I really like that. So and oh man, because I actually want to thank you, and I was very like humbled by the fact that that people responded and responded so nicely. I did try to respond to everybody's comment there as best as I could, and even when I couldn't respond on the one itself, I just finished watching one of Dina DVD's videos where he's unboxing Criterion. As you can see, I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but I probably should have left this for the after credit sequence, but shag it. Today I'm going to do a little different. This is my shadow video. Don't worry, we're not going to watch it. And I just wanted to personally thank everybody on here so John Steele, you do some amazing stuff. You're a really fantastic guy. Jerry, gee, I really hope to do something with you and with Falgar and the whole gang very soon to get together. And the Nintendo NX thing is coming up. I'm sure they're going to drop the news on that soon. That can be something that I am an old school Nintendo fan, so that's something that I can talk about. I may not know as much about the other games as you and Falgar know, that's for sure. Toddy Walnuts, again, you deserve the kind words. You've been putting out some amazing stuff, and I am actually. I was going to watch that. You have to remind me. Where I'm going to England, I want to watch that Shameless video and a couple of your other, like your 80 films collection videos and stuff like that before I go, because you have a lot more of them than I do when it comes to that stuff. And I kind of want to see, hype myself before I go in there. So, thank you, Todd, for that. Leroy Green, again, another incredible guy. I'm going to be doing more podcasts down the road, Leroy, and I'm hoping to as you know, I do my own the Fade to Black podcast, and I did it with my son, and I did with my son and my daughter, and basically we did the whole podcast together. Sometimes my better half would chime in. So I have watched a few really spoiler theater type movies. I recently watched Satan's Baby Doll, the Shameless line from their sexploitation set. And that is a really primed film for spoiler theater, which is one of the sections. If you've never seen my Fade to Black podcast, one thing to do is I pick one really crazy ass movie, and I talk about it. I pretty much right away. There's going to be spoilers. And I'm going to talk about movies that are just ridiculously cheesy fun. Andy Phantom, another amazing guy, very cool. And if you haven't checked him out, check these guys out. These guys are amazing. Jerry Duckery responds on a lot of my stuff, and Jerry Duckery is an awesome person. Blu-ray Hoarder, oh man, my brother from another mother. He's went over to Hawaii. I remember when I first met Blu-ray Hoarder, and he'd bought. That a word? I'm not even sure. He got a lot of these Criterions all at one time. I think he took a tax return or something. Amazing. I would love to do that. Every time I go to say, okay, I'm going to do that this time. I'm going to do a Blu-ray Hoarder. I actually say that I'm going to do Blu-ray Hoarder, and And then my car breaks down, and ouch. But awesome guy. We did some amazing like live stream stuff together there. The best live streams I ever did, I think, were the ones I did with Blu-ray Hoarder and John Steele, Movie King Dave, and all those guys. Visual Expression, another great guy. Sparky Gerbo, just when you're looking for the English stuff, you want to know more about Doctor Who. He's just a really cool guy, and he does these really cool videos. They're not like mine. They're overtly long like mine are. And he does some awesome stuff. Movie Cave Dave, I call him the Steelbook King, but he just does a lot of great stuff. Movie Cave Dave started out here, and you would see like the film, but you wouldn't see him. And he was like that for a while, and I thought was he shy, but he was actually when he came on the camera finally, he just had it, and there's people that just they just click right away. They click with people. Movie man Jace, we were going to do the Bond one, me, you, and Dean. We will still do that. Definitely, that one kind of broke down when we tried it. The guys of cinema were not with us at that time, but still, I'm a huge Bond fan. So, and ready, I watch all your videos too, dude, and you do some amazing stuff, and you go to some places that I really want to go. Oh man, yeah, yeah, I'm Miss Ontario. Falagar, Archmage Falagar. So he's got the movie stuff, but he's way more into the gaming stuff right now. And he does a lot of the game videos, let's plays, and stuff like that. He does stuff with Jerry G, does stuff with a bunch of guys on there, and he's just he really he gets into his movies and his animation, like same as me. He likes a lot of the animation. He likes a lot of the different films, but he's way more into the gamer than I am. Like I'm pretty old school, and he's more like the RPG guy. And I wish I had like the dedication that he had for that. Opie 0909, dude's become a star. I mean, like started out like his channel not that long ago. Saw him in a video recently with Cinema Sickness, which is really awesome. Because Cinema Sickness is a really nice guy. I gotta say, it's been, and to see like Opie go from like just starting his channel to being on a Cinema Sickness video, pretty freaking awesome. PD675 just started his channel, so give him a look. I actually got to check his channel out from actually him responding saying, "Hey, look, check out my channel." And if you got a channel and I haven't seen it or you don't think I've seen it, feel free to mention it down below. Even though I got so many that I still need to catch up on, I'm always looking forward to finding new channels and new people on here. And definitely, I usually shout it out. Dragster78, again, it's true. Dragster, there are so many great YouTubers on here that it's so hard to keep up with. And hey, you out there, I find it hard to keep up with everybody myself, and I find myself falling behind there. But what can you do? Mark Stewart, again, another great commenter, and he said he's also a big slasher fan, and I love the fact that there's like some I find other slasher fans on there. Anything with Charles Bronson and Clint Eastwood in it, and you're entertained. Really great. I especially love Charles Bronson. As you guys know, I'm a huge, I'll put it to you this way. I'm a huge Bronson fan. This is actually a really good set, by the way. Conjetti, Kiss, Messenger of Death, 10 to Midnight, and Murphy's Live. Upgrade on a couple of these. I have a friend of mine gave me 10 to Midnight, this Twilight Time one, and that was so cool. You have no idea how stoked I was to get that. I am a huge Bronson fan. So I want to thank everybody here for that came on and that commented on the video, and everybody that came on and that actually liked the video. It means a lot to me because I have been meaning to do a shout out for quite a while about some really cool guys, and there's a lot of really cool guys mentioned here in this video. Some amazing people. And from all of them, even the guys that either are too busy to see the video or probably haven't got a chance to see it, guys like Logan or Nate or Visual Expression, guys like that. All those guys have, do great channels. John Steele, Toddy Walnuts, Falagar, Jerry G, Alyssa White, Leroy Green. I mean, like Blu-ray Hoarder, Sparky Gerbil, Movie Cave Dave, Movie Man Jace, Dina DVD, just so many fantastic YouTubers out there that it's hard to keep up with, and that can be like daunting sometimes. And there's times when I feel like, oh my God, are these people going to get upset because it takes them a while to get to like everybody's videos? And then am I watching one person's videos over the other? And you feel like because you get to like watch these guys, and you get to kind of like know these guys, and you want to be fair with everybody. And there's so much, and but the good thing is you can actually come back. It doesn't go anywhere. You can go when you can binge certain person at a time. Like right now, I got people that I know I'm going to be binging, especially when it comes close to London time. Anyway, two pickups, and I had a comment that I sometimes don't leave the movies up long enough for people to see, and it just comes at kind of a blur. So thank you for that, by the way. And constructive criticism is actually very much appreciated on the channel. Uh, I'll give you the chance to actually see it. I actually think this is a very beautifully done set. It could have just like lazily just wrote the titles on there, but they gave you like the cover art for all these, and just amazing, amazing stuff. Not a big haul, but a haul that really meant a lot to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Aaron. I am the professor, and right now it is seriously. Wait for it. Time for tea. Hey there, so thank you for staying for the after credit sequence. So, why not? Let's look at the Bronson set. This one was put out by MGM. It's called the Bronson DVD Action Pack. And when the law isn't enough, only one man delivers. You know the Bronson movies I don't have? I don't have any of the Death Wish movies. I really, really need to get those. So, you can see all of them on there. And if you haven't watched my channel, or you just watch to that, every video that I usually do nowadays, so I try to put just a little tiny thing on the after credit sequence. Sometimes it'll be something that's new, sometimes it'll be like a little mini review or something like that. And if I see something that kind of catches my fancy, like talking about these here, then I definitely will. So we got a Jedi Forbidden Subject. This is actually a really cool Bronson film. It's pretty much his. He's a detective, and his daughter gets molested on a bus by somebody that is of Asian persuasion, and he has to work with somebody and he has kind of has to get over like his racial, like his bias, because basically it's a very cool movie. It's been a while since I've seen this one actually, and I remember really liking it. Messenger of Death is another one. I think this one recently got put on Blu-ray. I think it's by 88 Films. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure Todd probably has this one actually in the Blu-ray edition. Messenger of Death is another cool Bronson film that I have not seen in a while. As you can see, this set was in immaculate condition when I got it. And we have some like great stuff in there. J. Lee Thompson directs this one, as he did with the Congetti as well. I'm not pretty sure this is probably all J. Lee Thompson films on here. Yeah, they are. Which actually is also not just a Bronson set, but it's also a J. Lee Thompson set, which means they're going to have some really good directing in there. Charles Bronson's 10 to Midnight. Actually, really not a good cover. It's a great cover, but not a good cover as a representation of the film itself. This is a fantastic film. These here only have like trailers on them, but they're 4 Bronson films. You can't go wrong with that. Murphy's Law is another one that I like. Some people weren't a fan of Murphy's Law, and I don't know why. I actually found it really good. This one, Carrie Snodgrass, right? Yeah, Carrie Snodgrass, Angel Tompkins is in this one as well. I really did like this. I liked all the ones on this set. I'm a huge Bronson fan, and a friend of mine actually got me The Mechanic, another fantastic Bronson film, and 10 to Midnight, my favorite Bronson film. no, right up there. Death Wish, Tandem Midnight is right up there on the Twilight Time missions, and those I was very, very, very stoked about. So thank you again for that, James. Now, there's another guy's fantastic, James Hayes. Now, he comments a lot on my videos. So hopefully he's doing. I haven't heard from James in in a few days, so hopefully he's doing well. Do well, James. And guys, have fun. Enjoy the week. Monday's over. We got past Monday. Let's get through Tuesday and then just let slide through the rest of the week. Thanks for watching. And I mean it this time when I say it truly is time for tea.